Greetings. Today is Tuesday, May 16th, and this is my video recap of the morning office hours. It comes to you from my office here at GRCC, and I'm going to try to keep it short. So, top questions that I received from students. I had a student call me last night, and I had a student call me this morning. So, calling me actually works. You can usually get me during my office hours, but the other thing that works really well is using Blackboard Instant Messenger. I noticed in today's office hours that about half of the students have not downloaded that technology. You're going to want to do that. It's useful. We should use the technology when it works for us. It doesn't always work, but when it does, at least have it downloaded. So the top questions that I have from those two students were, I don't understand Blackboard. Okay, a lot of us don't understand Blackboard, and you're going to have to go to it, get familiar with it. Even if you had another online class, it's not going to be set up the same. And bonus, they just changed the whole format of Blackboard less than a week before our classes started. So that's been fun for me to work through, as well as perhaps you, if you know what Blackboard used to look like. So we can get through that, no worries. The other question, I don't understand Unit 0. So here you go. Quick overview. 3 units. Unit 0. This unit is like putting the groundwork in what you're going to do this semester. So even though I know by the time you take 102, that means you should already know pretty much how to do research and how to write a thesis statement, and you know some things already. So I can assume that most people know how to put together a works cited page, and that's when you're writing something that includes document or research in it, you add a works cited page to it. But I don't assume that everyone knows a works cited page is just one of several kinds of reference pages. So unit 0, the reason it's called 0 because it's like it's a groundwork for everything. So in this unit, you get to review some information you may already know and preview information that you need going forward in the course. So the assignments, the bibliography, was designed so you know a bibliography is a reference page, an annotated bibliography is a reference page, and as well as a works cited page. And even though they're all reference pages, they're different kinds of research documentation styles. So this unit asks you to think about at least 3 of them, APA, MLA, and Chicago, and get familiar with when you're writing in different areas of fields in your life, you need to use the proper documentation style. So that's one thing we're going to review. I asked you to write a bibliography and an annotated bibliography for course-related reading. In the future, and when you do your own research, you're going to have to do these 2 things for your own paper. So we're kind of practicing now on things that are related to the course, so that when you do your own research in Unit 3, you already know how this works. The annotated bibliography and some of the readings that are signed helps you think about critical reading. So how to read for specific information. So when you write a summary and a reflective paragraph for the things that you review, whether you read them or if it's a video, when you do that, you're reading critically, you're thinking critically, and you're practicing specific writing skills like summary and analysis and reflection. That reflection makes you apply something to a situation. So we're doing that. And also, you're being introduced to personal correspondence. Personal correspondence, that is another form of writing. So I ask you to write me a letter, and in that letter, I ask you to give some input about the types of writing you might want to do this semester. And that's why I have you read sections from inquiry to academic writing, so you can preview different types of writing. The personal correspondent assignment sheet talks about different types of personal writing. You're asked to read Bun because it talks about how you read critically, reading like a writer. That's really important. And then you're asked to read Dirk because Dirk talks about genres, which are different styles and formats of writing, so that you can have a little bit of thought and input when it's your turn to decide what research or what will be the topic of your writing and what formats. You will have some idea. So we're previewing. So that's a little bit about writing Unit 0, getting us ready for what is coming. And yeah. Oh, last question. I didn't complete everything last week. Because we had an odd start to the semester and I changed some things so that people can get their books, you will be allowed to complete the surveys or anything you didn't complete last week this week, and that will show on my when Wednesday announcements show up inside unit 0. You will see Wednesday basically going to be our catch-up week. What you need to focus on this week is understanding and getting started on the annotated bibliography and understanding the personal correspondence you're asked to do. So ask me questions about that. And I have office hours later today, so join me for office hours if you have any questions.